Okay, awesome. I'm just going. You guys should that's awesome, okay? So huge win, huge win. We get the opportunity, which we really believe is a huge advantage, to now go watch and lock in. The other teams, they watch us and they're worried about their next match. We get to go lock in, and you guys need to be focused of what's going on, okay?
You know, Arkansas is a great team, and we knew coming in that we would be in for a battle. And we talked to the players. I think every coach in this this four-person pod told their team, you can lose to any team and you can beat any team. And I think I know Robbie and I talked about that last night, and that was the case. Obviously, the match could have gone either direction. I thought in the first game we kind of got off to a quick start, and we talked about in the locker room that a team, it could be them or it could be us, could get off to a quick start because nerves play a factor. And, you know, what I thought is our nerves set in kind of midway game one when Arkansas made that run. I thought we got tentative. You know, we had 0 blocks in game one. Blocking is a key part of our defense. And then after game one, we just kind of challenged them to relax, you know, to be aggressive and relax and play our game. And I thought our blocking really was the difference in the match, took over the match, and that led to then our defense being able to play behind it. But, you know, great win for these young women. Arkansas is a very, very well-coached team, has some spectacular players, and we obviously were fortunate enough to come out with a win tonight.
Questions for anyone?
Coach, go ahead.
Obviously, you mentioned the block was huge in turning the match. What was the difference, I guess, from a technique standpoint or execution standpoint between the first set and then the last 3?
Well, they can speak to that too. I would say I really, you know, I always think these guys follow game plan so well, and we felt like we had pretty good percentages of where we thought Arkansas was going to go. And so, you know, we were able to get doubles, and the fact is you put these two next to each other, it's tough to get around. You know, we've got some good blockers on our team. It wasn't a technique thing, I don't think we talked any technique. What about you guys?
I know that, like, from like a middle standpoint, Lauren Smith and I were just like, we need to be a lot more vocal out there with blocking, and I think that when we picked that up in the second game, our blocking picked up. So I think that made a big difference.
Obviously, when you get 29 kills on and only 7 errors out of these two, you know, that's huge when your two main attackers are that efficient today. Can you guys talk about what you guys were seeing on the floor and where you thought you could attack this defense?
Right. I mean, like, our defense behind us did a great job, you know, and then Michelle Signer was putting up great balls for us and really ran a great offense. So, I mean, like, yes, Lee and I hit well tonight, but, I mean, those accolades go to the entire team and not just us two.
Yeah, I think the biggest part was Michelle giving us some great balls. I know Kirsten always tells us to go up and swing hard, and I think that's what me and Kelly were doing. So.
I guess it's for the players. I mean, what does it mean for you guys to advance to the second round for the second straight year?
This is huge for us. We're so excited. I think you saw our excitement on the court when we ended. This is like words can't even describe it. You know, we were in this position last year, and you know, we know how it felt to lose this next game. So I think we have that much more of a motivating force to come out and win.
Yeah, I think we knew that we were going to have to work hard to win, but I think we just wanted to show people what we were about and win, I guess. Sorry.
Well, you guys, that last set, you guys were down 24-22 and came up with, you know, you came up, both of you guys had blocks on both of them. I mean, what was going in your mind? I'm sure you didn't want to go to a fifth set. But.
Right. I think Kate Ellington said, like, let's finish this in 4, and we knew that we had to put up a big block to do that, and we knew that our defense had to work hard behind us, and I think that we were all just on the same page, and it was really just an awesome feeling to see the team come together at that moment.
I think we do better at crunch time, so we played together at the end.
For Kelly and Leah, this is your second time winning a first-round match in the NCAA tournament. Obviously, going into the season, you know, the Sweet 16 was a goal of yours. Now that this step is behind you, how motivated are you? And how do you guys still see your goal, or is it just?
No, absolutely. You know, we have that goal board up in our locker room that we see every day, and even before this game, we said, like, let's show what we've been working for all year. So this win was so great, and Arkansas was a great team, and it was a great win. But I think we're ready for the next game.
What are the keys for you guys? I mean, every set, you guys came out strong right off the bat.
That's ironic. Well, and that's been an Achilles heel for us this year, so it didn't have anything to do with me. I think we did come out strong, and I think that does set a tenor, gives us momentum going into the game, and I think that's huge for us. I think sometimes when we do get that lead, we then get into a rhythm. I can always tell when we're in a rhythm and when we're losing that rhythm. And for the most part tonight, for a lot of the match, we were in that rhythm and did a good job when we lost it of regrouping and getting it back.
The back row might be the unsung hero of the match tonight. What was the difference for them? Was it just loosening up in the last 3 games?
We talked about Arkansas swings hard every time they go up. I mean, they've got some kids that just rocket balls. So our defense needed to be lower on contact so that they, weren't popping up to the ball. They needed to be as low as possible to give themselves as much time to move, and I thought they did a better job of that. And I think our block really had a huge part of that because, as soon as you're closed, then you limit the area of court that they can hit around. And I thought Kate Elman, our libero, did a great job of, once that block was closed, getting hard angle, because we knew both their outsides had that hard angle shot, and Kate sometimes likes to cheat. So we kept saying, get your butt on the sideline, and she did it. And I thought she did a great job.
Coach, you have the potential to play 2 great teams in either KU or Wichita State. I mean, what are some of the things that you guys focus on going into facing either one of them?
Well, the interesting thing with all of these teams, the 3 of us are all very familiar with each other. And we talked about it in the locker room. Both of the teams that we potentially could play are fantastic teams. Wichita State's got one of the best setters in the country, highly active, one of the best middles in the country. And again, we were in the same league with them. And then we played them earlier this year. We know Wichita inside and out, just as they know us inside and out. KU has so much offensive parity. I just think they've just got weapons all over the place, and then they've got a lot of seniors. So, those players, led by, I think Jarmock, you guys might have a different kid that you think is their leader, but, I just think, and then they've got local players, a couple Omaha kids, and so that even makes it even bigger that they're going to, our players know a lot of these players. So, we're excited to play either team. I think it's nice that we can go out there and totally be focused on them. Again, this team's very cognitive, so they will be locked into what's going on. And we talked a lot about making sure they're really paying attention during the next match so that they can, hopefully it doesn't take a half a game for us to figure out their rhythm. Hopefully we're watching it, and so that right away tomorrow night we can be ready to go.
I thought you played well in the Big East tournament, but Kelly and you mentioned that this wasn't as good as you guys could be. Today, if you assess today's performance, how close are you to where you think this team is capable of being?
Oh, I think we can play better. I look at a couple things. I think that's natural. Volleyball's a game of errors. We did a lot of good things tonight, but I look at a couple positions and say they didn't have their best night, and so I know what they're capable of doing. And we've talked a lot about it. Our strength is our offensive parity. So we've got great hitters all over the place, and where we're going to be really, really tough is everyone is peaking at the same time. And I thought, 2 of our, key players had great nights tonight. That's going to lead to success. The hope is that, we're doing that everywhere. I think a key tomorrow night, regardless of who we're playing, is serving and passing. I mean, and I've talked to the team about that. KU and Wichita and system are really lethal. So we're going to have to really be good at the fundamentals of volleyball tomorrow night to be successful.
Yeah, I don't think by any means that this was our best game ever. This was the best that we've ever played, but I think that we're definitely getting there, and this is the time in the season to peak, and I think that we're making the right steps to be there.
I think a key point to say is peaking at the right time, and I feel like we are. I think we have a special team, and I think we could go far in the tournament if we play together and work hard. So.